Welcome back. Joining me now with details on an upcoming co-production in the local theater scene is Norm, Peter, Jake, and Rebecca from the Book of Will. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Well, you didn't come from the Book of Will, but you are in part of the production.
That's right.
We are. Okay. Yes. That's
We're
true.
going to the Book of Will.
You're going to the Book of
Sure,
Will.
yes.
We will be there. Yeah. Okay. Well, first, before we get to the Book of Will, I would like to talk about the two theater companies that are coming together to produce this show.
Well, I guess on the end, so I'll start. I'm with Shakespeare in Delaware Park. So it is between Road Less Traveled production and Shakespeare in Delaware Park. It's part of the ending of our 50th anniversary season.
Okay, all righty. So let's talk about the Book of Will. For those who aren't familiar, what is the story?
Well, the story is basically a true story of what happened shortly after Shakespeare passed away, and suddenly his actor friends said, holy cow, we don't have these plays written down or published anywhere. How do we preserve these? They deserve to be watched in the future. Nobody had thought of that before, and nobody had published them except in these little sort of embarrassingly incorrect versions. So they started trying to collect little pieces of the plays from all over the area to put them together into some kind of a collection, finally.
Part by part, right?
Yeah, the Book of Will is literally the book of William Shakespeare's plays. That's the name of the play, and that's the concept of the play.
Okay, so it's kind of like a mosh posh of all of them.
Well, they weren't sure which plays were going to be correct and which plays were there were a lot of mistakes and changes and a lot of different versions, and one actor had one part and another actor had another part, and so they just had to find all of the parts and put them together, and those who really knew them said, no, that needs to be fixed, and that needs to be changed, and that wasn't like that, and there were people who had copied them incorrectly.
So if it wasn't for Shakespeare's friends who pulled it all together, he would not probably be the household name that he is now.
Right.
All those plays would be lost.
Yeah, at least half of his plays would have been lost. Yeah.
Tell us about the characters you're playing.
I play Elizabeth Condell. She's the wife of Henry Condell, which is he was one of the close friends of Shakespeare. He was in The King's Men, which was Shakespeare's acting troupe. And Henry and John are the two characters that the play really focuses on, who spearheaded this effort to pull together the Book of Will. But the cool thing is that you kind of see how, as with many important historical figures who are men, the wives behind the scenes, they play their role in steering the project. So you'll see.
Behind every great man is an even better wife.
Yeah. And behind that wife is a collaborator who has no idea what's going on, but they follow along. Right? And that's kind of what I play in this book, in this play. I play Ed Knight and Isaac Jaggard, both of which are collaborators on this project, people who had a passion for the book to get done, and kind of did some of the background work. They are featured on the binding of this book, which we actually found out when we visited the public library, who has 4 publications of the folios that actually came to be from 1613.
Wow.
It was an amazing experience for us to experience that, but seeing my character's name on the actual folios was a really, really cool moment for me, for sure.
Really cool.
1623.
23.
23. Okay. We're fact-checking on the show.
400 years ago.
That's right. This is still news. Okay.
Well, I play Richard Burbage, who was one of Shakespeare's best and most famous actors. He's kind of a blowhard. He's kind of an egotistical. As my daughter said, "Oh, you're playing yourself."
Oh.
Wow.
A little bit. Yeah.
Not just your daughter would say that.
No, it's pretty common knowledge.
Yeah.
But it's just a great role to play, but he doesn't last too long in the play.
Yeah.
I play Ben Jonson, who wrote the foreword in the book, and who's I guess a rival, but wrote for a different crowd than Shakespeare wrote for, but was a drinking buddy of Shakespeare and was with him the day before he died, and it's one of his friends.
Yeah, part of his crew. Okay, let's talk about how long this show is running for and how can people get tickets.
Absolutely. We are running this weekend now, actually today, going through October 19th.
Okay.
You can get tickets at roadlesstraveledproductions.org if you're looking to do so. You can find us on Instagram as well, Road Less Traveled Productions, and everywhere else you buy tickets.
And the shows run Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30, and Sundays at 2.
Is the show family friendly?
Well,
For the most part, there's a little spicy language here and there.
well, there's a
but
couple of words
the
that you might
story
hear
is
on the
family
school
fri-
bus.
Yeah.
okay.
But other than that,
But other than
family
that.
friendly.
Okay. And it's at Road Less Travel's
456
Yes.
Main Street.
Beautiful. Okay, why is it important to continue sharing the work of Shakespeare?
You want to take it?
Well, I'm going to take part of it. I mean, he's been around for 400 years, and we're just one of many that have been keeping the torch alive all this time. And it's important. It's almost not even important. It's it inevitable. You know, his stories are stories that are regurgitated to this day.
They're
By new
stories-
people, they're just constant. It's same conflicts, family, political, all of it. It's there. All you got to do is pick it up and go, yes, this crap is happening today.
Yeah,
right?
it's
There's stories
universal.
about us, about people that in those days, 400 years ago, this was the way people got to see other people being their behavior.
Yeah.
There was a book once called Shakespeare Inventing the Human, and he invented the way we behave because most people just saw it in their family, but all of a sudden it was public. And all these stories, movies and things based on Shakespeare's stories later, they wouldn't exist without Shakespeare's initial, his initial plays.
That's right.
It's
Carrying
foundational of
on
art.
the legacy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, sharing more. Good luck with the show tonight and the rest of your run. Viewers,
you.
if you'd like to find Showtime information and get your tickets to the Book of Will, just visit roadlesstravelproductions.org. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.